Alrighty everybody, this is Jed Johnson from dieselcrew.com. They call me Napalm. Thank you for helping me hit 10,000 subscribers here at my YouTube channel. This is video number 4 in 31 days of Q&A. And right now I'm going to answer a question from Camp, and he says that he is wondering how to properly execute negatives. He says that no matter what, he cannot get the HG350 closed in order to perform one, and he wants to know what the best way is to do these negatives. So right off the bat, I want to say that negatives are something that I do not coach with all of my clients that are working on grippers, because negatives are a great way to get yourself hurt if you are not used to using heavy grippers and if your hands are not conditioned to that kind of strain. So for you, Camp, if you cannot get that 350 closed, and I don't know how you said it, no matter how many arms and legs are involved, then that gripper is way too heavy for you to be doing negatives with. If you can't cheat the gripper closed all the way to the closed position with just your hands or maybe some contact on a leg, then that gripper is too hard. All right, so that's the first guideline that I will give you. The next one is the way that I coach negatives with my clients, and this is how I do them myself, is the opposite of what you will see done by other grip guys in other ebooks and by Joe Kinney. Okay? So I'm going to show you the wrong way, in my opinion, and this is only a number 2 gripper because I am not warmed up. This is how most people do negatives. They cheat it all the way down, and then they fight this heavy gripper all the way to the open position. Okay? I do not coach them that way. I think that is excessive. I think you don't need to go out into that far open hand position with grippers because you're weak in that position, and if something happens and goes wrong, that really heavy gripper can rip your hand open and cause injury to a hand, a tendon, a finger, a joint, something along those lines. All that stuff is possible. So instead, I coach negatives like this. You'll take a gripper that's beyond what you can close right now. You'll cheat it down closed, whether it's with just your hands or with part of your body. You'll start with the gripper closed, and you'll fight to try to keep it closed. If it opens, that's fine. But you stop this rep when you hold for 5 seconds or until you get to the parallel position. So now I'm at parallel. I'm just going to let that thing pop right open. Okay? That is the only thing that I suggest with my clients that they do with negatives. That's the only thing that I will do with negatives. And I just started putting negatives in again this year after many years of not using them. So, again, do not get into the habit of doing the negative where you fight a very heavy gripper all the way to the open position. Instead, I suggest only fighting the gripper for 5 seconds or until the gripper hits parallel. Whichever one happens first, that's going to be the trigger for you to cut that set short right there. So that even means if I cheat it shut and I fight it in this range for 5 seconds, I'm still going to open it up. Here's the deal. You want to work the end range. You don't need to go past parallel with a negative. It just doesn't make any sense. So fight it for 5 seconds. Try to keep it as close to closed as possible. And then after 5 seconds, just let it go. Or if you hit parallel, let it go. All right, I hope this has been helpful, guys. If you're doing negatives, do it my way so that you can both see results and avoid injuries. I implore you to follow this guideline. If this video was helpful, please give it one of these. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And any other questions that you'd like answered during this 31 days of Q&A, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below or under a different video here on my channel. I'm going to log them and I'll answer all of them. Thanks a lot, everybody. All the best in your training. Take care.